Hey friends, let's do Della guitar lesson by Queensryche. I'll talk you through all the guitar parts, all with on-screen tabs and chord charts to make it easier to follow along. So let me play the intro, then we'll break it down. So we're just starting on this C chord. We play the first fret on the B string open, E, then come up to a G, third fret B and E, and then a D chord, third fret B, second fret on the E, and then on the B string play 5, 3, 5, and then do a pinched harmonic on the 5th fret on the G. Come in with your bar and then just hit the 2nd fret on the G and let the bar come out there. And that's guitar 1, and he's actually doing that with volume swells, or he's using a volume pedal there because it's a bit hard to do it just with your hand and get that pinched harmonic in there at the same time. Now let's have a look at guitar 2. Now guitar 2, when he comes up on the 2nd fret on the G, we're just playing the 3rd fret on the D, 5th on the G, 6th on the B, and an open E. And you can use your whammy bar there. And that's the intro. Now let's do the verse for you. So we're going to start with the open A string, then play the 5th fret on the G and the B and an open E, then play the open A again, and then play 4th fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B with an open E again, and hammer onto the 5th fret on the B, pull off to the 3rd fret. Open A again, 7th fret D and G, open E, and then play the chord we did at the start, so 3D, 5 on the G, 6 on the B, open E, 6 on the B, and then just do 4 on the G, hammer onto 5, pull off the 4. And we do that through 3 times, and the 4th time the start stays the same. And then we just strum that last chord, so 3, 5, 6 and open. And that's our verse there. From there we have our pre-chorus. Let me play that for you. So we're playing the 10th fret on the D, 9 on the G, 10 on the B and an open E, and we do a down, down, and then come back to 10, 9, 7 on the B, open E, and we're doing a down, down, up, down, up. Then we just move our first finger up to 8, so we're now playing 10, 9, 8 and open, same strumming pattern, down, down, back to 10, 9, 7, down and up, down, up. And then do the first one again, 10, 9, 10 and open, and back to our 10, 9, 7 and open, down, down, up, down, up. Then to finish that off, play the 3rd fret on the A string, play the open G and B, hammer onto the 1st fret on the B and pull off, and then just play a D chord there. So before we go on, if you're enjoying the lesson, please like and subscribe and say good day in the comments. We have new songs and lessons every week. You can also make a small donation to my Patreon page, and this really helps the channel out. So let's get back into it. So we're just starting on the D string, 7, 9, 10, G, 7, 7 again, and 10 D. Go back to 7 G, to the D, 10, 9, and then do 9, slide up to 10, slide back to 7. Then 7 G again, D, 10, 9, 9, 7, go to 9, bend and release, 7, and then 9, slide up to 12. That last little part. And that's our pre-chorus there. Then from there we go back into our verse again. This time we do it 4 times the same, but the first time we have a solo, and we'll do that in a minute. The last one changes, we end on the chord, and then just pick the B, G and D string there. So we're just starting with this bend on the 7th fret on the G with a pinched harmonic. And then stay on the G, 7, slide to 9, back to 7. And then 5, and then 7 on the D. Then we palm mute 5 and 7 on the D, do 5, slide back to 4. And then 7 on the D, and with our bar, just play 7 again and slide down. And then back to D, palm mute 5, 7 and 5 on G. And that's our first little solo there. Then from there we go back to the pre-chorus. Then we have another solo, and we'll do that in a minute. Let's do the rhythm behind that first. Let me play that for you. So we're just starting on the open A, play 7D, open G, 8 on the B, then go back to 7 on the D, 7 on the B, and that strumming pattern we're going to use through the whole part. And then stay on that chord there, we have open A, 7, open G, 7, and then go 7D, back to 5, B there. So stay on that chord, and go back to 7 and 7G there. Sorry, 7 on the B. Then we go to the C chord, we play 3 on the A, 2 on the D, open G, 1st fret B, back to D, 2 and open, and then play the D chord. Then we repeat that all again. Same chord, back to 5, same chord, back to 7, and then we just finish it the same way we did on our verses. 3rd fret on the A string, open G and B, hammer onto the 1st fret, pull off, and then back to D there. And we play our solo over that, so let's do that. So we're starting with 5 on the D, slide up to 7, 5G, 8 on the B, back to 5 on the G, and then a bend on 5 on the B. And then the same again, D, 5, slide up to 7, 5G, this time go 7B, 5G, 7, bend on the G. Then we're doing this little sweep here, 7 on the D, 6 on the G, 5 on the B. 8E, 5B, 8E, 5B, do a bend on 7 on the B. Release, pull off back to 5, 7 on the G, and then just finish with 5G, 7D. Then we go to the A string, 5, slide up to 7, D, 5, 7, G, 4, 5, and then 7 on the D with our bar, and then open D, and then 3rd fret A. Then we're coming up 12th fret on the E string, bend on 15B, do that again, 12, 15, 12, bend on 15, release, pull off to 13, 14 on the G, 15B, 14G, do a bend on 13 on the B, slide, then we're going to slide in there, 12G, 14 2 times on the G, 12B, 14G, and then do a bend on 12B, and then G, 14B, 12, G, 14, and then just do 12, hammer on to 14, and play 12 on the G, slide down. Do 2 mutes, and then B string, 10 slide to 12, 8 slide to 10, 7 slide to 8, 5 slide to 7, go to the G string, 7 slide to 9, start on the G, 5 slide to 7, and then 4th fret, and then we're just doing this little run all with pinched harmonics, 5B, 7G, 5G, 7G, 7 on the D, and then finish with the bar and the open A there. And that's that next solo. From there we go back to the verse. This time we just play it through 3 times, exactly the same, and then our pre-chorus the same with our guitar parts 1 and 2. Then we have the next solo, so let's have a look at the solo rhythm first. So our next solo rhythm is pretty easy. We're just playing the open A string, 5 on D, G and B, and open E. So then play the open A string again, and this time play 4 on the D, 5 on the G, 3 on the B, and open E. And we're just playing that through 4 times for the start of the solo. And then we go back to the solo rhythm we did previously. C to the D, and repeat that through again the same as we did, and then just any with the chords we just played, and just keep doing that to the end there. And then we have our next solo, so let's have a look at that. So we're just starting with a bend on the 10th fret on the B. That holds there and we get feedback. And then we have bend on 10th fret on the E. Bend it again. And this time release, pull off to 8 and 10 on the B. Then we slide up to 19 on the E. 17, 15, B, 19, 15, do a bend on 17 on the B. Release, pull off to 15 and play 17. Then the E string again, slide up to 14, 12, back to B, 15, 14, 12, G, 14, 12. And then E string, 15, 14, 12, 15, B, and then E, 15, 14, 15, 14, and then 12, hammer on to 14, pull off to 12. 15 B, back to E, 12 B, 15, 13, 12 G, 14, back to the 12 on the B, 15 on the B, do a bend on 15, and then just play 15, 13, 12, 10, 12, 13. Then we're bending on 20 on the E, do a rake on the third one, and then just play 20. Still on the E, 12, pull off the 10, B, 13, E, 10, B, 13, 10, G, 12, back to 13 on the B, starting to B, 8, 10, E, 8, bend 10, release, pull off to 8 and then play 10, and then to finish that solo off, B string 5, hammer on to 7, 8, 7, 5, 5, and then 9 G and do a bend on 10 on the B. And they're all the parts there. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed Della guitar lesson. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you soon.